Queen Tulsa, baby. Your favorite shade, your hottest tea, and your headline queen. The Wendy Williams of YouTube, iconic, epic, and always petty when I need to be. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Cameras on, baby, I control the stage. Every headline bends when I set the page. Hot topics burn, I deliver with grace. Shady little smirk while I give you faith. From the gossip rooms to the YouTube fight, turn petty words into sleepless nights. If I say it stops here, then it's all through. No one drops tea like I do. I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Like and subscribe, let the numbers climb. Serving raw truth with a touch of divine. Breaking news, baby, I say it bold. Every word drips, hotter than gold. Discussing cases, I keep receipts. I'm a boss in heels with the fire and heat. You want the tea, I'll pour it smooth. I'm Queen Tulsa, baby, I set the mood. Sweet on the lips, but sharp when I speak. Petty when I want, but my shade unique. Iconic, epic, I reign supreme. Queen Tulsa, the boss, I'm the headline queen. Don't get it twisted, baby. You came for the gossip, but you stayed for the queen. I don't chase views, views chase me. Now sip that tea, and don't forget to hit that like. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you like.
Hello, everyone. How are y'all doing on this beautiful Monday? Today is November the 3rd, 2025. The current time is 6:33 a.m. Listen here, the beef sector news. Share this live. Welcome to a sensational episode where the beef sector is ablaze with scandal and intrigue. Passa Prep on Grindr is set to host a contest that promises to be unforgettable as he attempts to secure a second mortgage at the Chuch House. Who's been grifting just in time for the holidays? Who's upset about the EBT shutdown while navigating marital woes? And who struggled with financial control due to untrustworthy hands? With a limited pool of contestants and secret judges, the tension is palpable. Plus, get ready for a jaw dropping vacation story that leads to a brothel experience filled with whips, chains, and intimate moments that will ignite your senses. Join Queen Tulsa as she unpacks all the drama. Well, listen here. Yes, we have got to get straight into it. So, I want to get into. Okay, so now they're saying that Passa is going to be hosting this contest, a banner contest. I guess you got to be creative and, something a little here, something a little there. And then Ness said that this was pretty much a money grift for him. She said that pretty much he saw how Brian, you know, is playing the Grinch this Christmas. Okay, yes, Brian. Brian has went out here. Brian has stole some money, child. Hey, the Prince. Hey, the Pisces 888. Grand Rising. How are you? Good morning, my little chaos queen. Hello. Polo's porch is here. Hey, Queen Tulsa. Hey, boo. Good to see you. So, Passa now wants to get his hands involved because, I mean, when you have Lady Needy that is irresponsible with finances, I guess because he's got a new job, y'all. This is like his 13th job. This is like his 12th or 13th job in 1 year. Get into that. He's got like 12 degrees, but he can't seem to keep a job. So now he's going on, a raising money campaign. Okay. So y'all make sure y'all if y'all don't want to donate, I'm not telling you not
Queen
to, but I'm
Tulsa,
just saying
baby.
if you do decide to donate,
Your favorite.
um that's what he's doing. Let's get into, oh no, so before we skip that, so yesterday he and I had an exchange because I was over at Rodney's channel, right? I'm over at Rodney's channel minding my own business, and Catherine comes up. Catherine is over there. She's, you know, pretty much giving her input on what I was saying. And what I was saying is we have a content creator out here that gets inebriated, she gets high, and, you know, she is very careless. Her behavior is questionable. And, just, I mean, for heaven's sakes, this woman, she's calling some white man white Jesus. So when she was calling a man white Jesus, I knew then that I needed to take a deeper look into what was going on. But let's get into it. So, with that being said, Passa feels a way because I'm speaking up for the elderly, neglect, and abuse. And he feels like, why do I need to do it? The woman, her mother is okay. And, what if the woman, what if, the woman gets taken out the house and things like that? But that's my thing is, I'd rather for somebody go and check on her and see what the well-being is rather than just saying, hey, I'm just gonna not do anything and be silent. Being silent, that's violence. um and dementia is nothing to play with. you know Dementia is nothing to play with. And falls, elderly falls, their bones are brittle. And when you're careless and you're not thinking of those things, then yes, it raises a lot of questions. And as far as me advocating, I've always advocated, not only for myself, but for others, you know. And so it's like they want to nitpick who can stand up and who can say something, who's credible, who's not. And so, yeah, that's pretty much what happened. And he hit me with this line of, you know, whatever you got to say, go ahead and say it. And I'm like, well, first of all, I don't need direction in, explaining myself or anything for that fact. And I don't need your permission to tell me what I can and cannot speak on. And before you know it, girl, I went off. I called him ever. Well, I didn't curse him out, but I read him down with facts. You know, he's running around here with an engagement ring for about 10 years now. I don't know however long he's been on YouTube, and he's always coming down on the younger generation. He never has nothing positive to say. It seems like he wants to ruin relationships rather than building relationships around here. He wants to be number one. He wants to be able to talk about everybody's business. And when people get into his business, it's a problem. First of all, is whatever happens on YouTube, we're going to talk about it, but you can't talk about it when it comes to him. And I'm just not rolling with that. I'm gonna call out any and everybody, just like how any and everybody has the right to come at me and they be coming sideways. What can I do? I'm a public figure. So this is what comes with the territory. Not everybody that's speaking about me, that I may not agree with, but there's their freedom of speech, right? And if they are out there being malicious and making up false allegations, they have to answer to that. They have to show proof of that. That's why I don't get upset. Okay, you want to make these accusations, where's the proof? I like to deal with the facts. I like to deal with the facts of the case. All right. So, moving right along to who's been grifting just in time for the holidays. I think that we all know that Brian has grifted the sector. If you notice, Pizarro didn't want anything to do with it because we all associate, when it comes to grifting and the scams, who do y'all think of? Who do we think of? I think of Lady Needy. I think of Pizarro, um, Bree, that whole little clique. When I think of grifting, I think of them. And it's so interesting how Pizarro is so cool with Big Baby, Big Baby. Where's Big Baby? Why isn't she out here making videos about Big Baby, grifting the sector? Is it because she got a cut? If it was anybody else grifting, wouldn't she have something to say about it? Absolutely, she would. If it was any other guys out here grifting, something like that, oh yeah, she's got a problem with it. Y'all male identified. If it was a woman that did that, and well, Tracy did it allegedly, and I don't even believe that. I don't even believe that because they all lie so much, and they scheme together. You know, they scheme together. So, like I said, I don't trust any of them. But Brian, I want to say this. You can burn so many bridges with people that wasn't maybe able to help, but was going to think about you around Christmas time. I think you need to do some self reflection. You are letting people get into your brain and convince you to do egregious things. Do you know that this is a government shutdown? Do you know somebody just probably wanted to see you go on a trip and enjoy yourself? And they probably didn't even have it all. But to know that you didn't go on a trip and to know you had some ulterior plans, God don't bless mess. God ain't God don't like ugly, but he ain't fond of pretty either. Yeah, they give them passes. You said when I scam, you scam, we scam together. Absolutely. And it's not even a trifecta, it's a quadfecta. Because now you got to add Brian to the list. You got to add Pizza, Nika, Bree, all them scamming from the YouTube. Let's be honest. All right, so let's get into it. Who's upset about the EBT shutdown while navigating marital woes? You guessed it. Pizarro is around here screaming about those food stamps. Okay. She's screaming about those food stamps when her husband is a black business owner. He's a black man and he takes care of her. And, she's always begging online. Y'all got to wake up. Go on strike from sending them a cash out and let's watch them crash out. The next time Nika go live, don't send her not one cash app, not one super sticker. Let them crash out. Let them give back. Let's see if they gonna give back. Now y'all need to be when they fire up their lives today, y'all need to be running over there saying, "We want y'all to give back to us, give back to the subscribers." That should be y'all's driven point. Give back to subscribers as much money. Thank you for the cash app. Okay, we didn't heard that too many times. When are y'all giving back to the supporters? Just greedy and people. I'm not here to convince y'all. I'm just saying When? What do they give back? They only depend on other people's talent to make their show roll. Y'all don't see me around in the beef sector like that because it's like, girl, I was doing charity work. Y'all didn't even appreciate the charity. Y'all didn't even appreciate the charity that a sister was giving you. And it's all good. I don't take any of it back because that's what I wanted to do. I wanted to do that. Okay. So let's get into it. And this is going to be like a brief rundown of the B sector news, as quick as possible as I can. And who struggle with financial control due to untrustworthy hands. With a limited pool of contestants and secret judges, the tension is palpable. Now let's get into it. So Nika had her annual Halloween contest. I only saw what was her name? Sneaky Link. I saw it was so boring. Like I don't even remember all of the people. Hey, Miss Judy Coles. It was so boring. I didn't even remember all of the people that joined her live, but I just saw her sitting right there. I saw Buddy Lee up on the link, and girl, she is so it's so crazy that you have to announce that you have paid somebody because you didn't pay them in the past. She said, "Oh, I paid Buddy Lee on Wednesday. I paid him. She paid him 2 days ahead." I said, "All right now." Now, who paid that? Was it her or was it her financial crisis team? Was it Lady Needy's financial crisis team that paid Buddy Lee, or did she physically send him the money? You see what I'm saying? Did she physically send him the money? I mean, but thank God he got paid. But let's talk about it. When you over 50 something years old and you don't have no control over your finances, you don't have no control over being honest, being trustworthy, that's a crying shame. As much as you go to therapy, you haven't worked on those issues. You done told us everybody in your family passed away. Desperate times calling for desperate measures, perhaps. Let's talk about it. You're supposed to be an OG out here, and it's more of the blind leading the blind. The blind leading the blind. Y'all are like three blind mice over there, and it is a damn shame. The only thing that y'all really contribute, Pizarro, the only thing that she does is laugh. The only thing that she does is laugh at individuals like Miss Sheila E. when she fell down. Then Lolo, I don't know why Lolo is so dumb, but Pizarro said that she was going to go in on Lolo. Nobody had a problem with that. Everybody had a problem with me being concerned about Lolo's mom. What nobody concerned about Lolo's mom falling for the second time. Lolo laughing, geeked up. Lolo was geeked up over the weekend, ladies and gentlemen. Check out my live. It's up. Today is Monday, November the 3rd. I have a lot on my plate today. I have to cover news in my sector. There's court cases going on, but I'm here and I'm built for it. Did y'all see Ghetto? Ghetto was trying on his girl Miss Ghetto's wigs. Ghetto had a funky good time. Ghetto was over there sashaying. He was doing a tootsie roll. He did the twerk. He was over there. I mean, he was putting his back into it, his butt into it, child. He was over there shimmying, child. He had on a wig. He had on a wig. He was coming out. And he got so emotional over Lemon. Lemon was getting emotional over Envy. Y'all, okay, so Envy and RY, they hooked up. And I feel like they're grown. These are two consenting adults. RY is a grown woman. She makes her decisions and she wanted to go and visit, her guy friend, whether if they're courting or not. I just think that it was a good look and I thought that it was a good time. They both complimented each other. I must say that. Um, they were very explicit. They weren't holding anything back. One thing that we did find out is RY said the envy that we see online is not the envy that she has met in person. He has a 3-story home. He has no roommates there. And she did a meal prep. He got her food that she wanted. I mean, if you ask me, it was a guy being a gentleman. And I think that some people that are younger generation, they don't have examples of how couples interact or how it looks when a decent guy is courting a woman and he has class, you know? Um, I think they lack happiness in their lives, in their relationship. I mean, when you have to battle for attention from your male confidants, I mean, you're having to share this man with like 13, 14 children, you know? And so I say that to say this because R&Y went to see Envy. There was no house full of people. There was no extra baggage. And I feel like Brianna was mad because I gotta say it because R&Y has a sex life and she doesn't. You know, R&Y gets to walk around and not wear panties, and Brianna has to. She just has to. Um, I think that people have not touched grass. People have not really stepped outside the box, and I think that some people are just closed minded to just really having a good time. You know what I'm saying? So that's that on that, and it's just so interesting. Why wasn't Brianna at the Halloween contest? And it's just so interesting how y'all are keep picking the same people to win these contests. Like, how is Mo Betta winning these contests? It's interesting. All right, so plus, get into this. Get ready for an experience filled with whips, chains, and intimate moments that will ignite your senses. Okay, imagine going on a trip. And okay, so I'm just gonna say it just how it was. So Ness and Talent, they went out on a spicy date. I must say it was very spicy, very demure. It was given, Ness, be grateful that you are on this outing. Thank God he was not trying to shove fish eggs down her throat again. But so they were at this restaurant and she was feeling herself. She was feeling good, had on all her jewelry. The color schemes were cute. I gotta say, the green was popping. She had on her fall colors, so it was cute. It was cute. And so she was over there drinking. She started complaining about the drinks. Now, that's one thing that I did not like is her complaining about the drink. Oh my God, this isn't what I wanted. And this girl, be thankful. Okay, learn the menu, learn what you like. Okay, if you know you are going to be hanging out with one of your friends that has like, you know, an extensive budget, my thing is go and do your research. Okay. Go and do your research. When it's time for you to experience these places, you'll be on point. It's called doing your research. Always be 10 steps ahead of your date. Okay. Don't say I never told you anything. Now, let's get into this. So they were doing the whips and the chains, you know. So they went to this like SEX club. It's like an adult filled event that will give you sensations, that will open up your mind, that will open up your butt. Okay. If you really just feeling it. Um, and there was some intimate play, there was some pool scenes. It was kind of like a modern day corn, you know, it was a modern day sex show, you know. Um, but it was, I don't know. I think if I was there and I was working a set, I would have really, you know, turned that thing out. But for the most part, it was very interesting to watch. Now let's just say this: there's breaking news. So they say Ness is out here, um, still in the vacation, the Bay Nation, still in Bay Nation, child. They say that she's still in members from Bay Nation from way back when. They say Kilo Low, baby. They saying Kilo Low, honey, is she down with the Nest? She's over here. She's riding with Nest, and this is what it is. Now, we didn't see St. James' big ass on the camera. Now, why was his big ass hiding? He was acting like Brianna, okay? Because the only thing that we see from Brianna is we just see her neck and her shoulders when she come on camera. And child, St. James and his big fat funky ass, honey, I ain't see him. And my thing is, why did he want to go on the trip with him? Because it seemed like he wanted to go and hang out with Chocolate Bay. It seemed like he had a thing for Chocolate Bay. He was interested in Chocolate Bay. You see what I'm saying? Like he was trying to get him a little hookup with him. He was just too good to get on camera. Why do y'all go on a vacation with a popular YouTuber and not want to get on camera? It is seriously something wrong with that. Oh, just to say, oh, I was here. Ugh. And then did y'all see Ro? Oh my God. Ro was looking like he was cuckoo for Cocoa Puffs. Miss Thing was looking for it, looking like she was out there looking for a hit. Her name is Thing said her asthma was acting up and she didn't care. So it was a lot going on this trip. It was a lot going on. And so I might give more commentary if they respond to this live. But really, all in all, y'all, that's all I have for y'all. I want to thank you all for coming by the Queen Tulsa Show. You have a great rising on purpose, and I'll see you on the next podcast. So long.
Your favorite shade, your hottest tea, and your headline queen. The Wendy Williams of YouTube, iconic, epic, and always petty when I need to be. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise you'll like. Cameras on, baby, I control the stage. Every headline bends when I set the page. Hot topics burn, I deliver with grace. Shady little smirk while I give you faith. From the gossip rooms to the YouTube fight, turn petty words into sleepless nights. If I say stops here, then it's all through. No one drops tea like I go. I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't bite. Hit that like, I promise promise you'll like. Like and subscribe, let the numbers climb. Serving raw truth with a touch of divine. Breaking news, baby, I say it bold. Every word drips hotter than gold. Discussing cases, I keep receipts. I'm a boss in heels with the fire and heat. You want the tea, I pour it smooth. I'm Queen Tulsa, baby, I set the mood. Sweet on the lips, but sharp when I speak. Petty when I want, but my shade unique. Iconic, epic, I reign supreme. Queen Tulsa, the boss, I'm the headline queen. Don't get it twisted, baby. You came for the gossip, but you stayed for the queen. I don't chase views, views chase me. Now sip that tea, and don't forget to hit that like. Queen Tulsa, I'm the queen of YouTube. I'm the Wendy Williams of YouTube. Treat me right, I'll treat you right. Treat me wrong, I'll treat you wrong. Hit that like, I don't like. Hit that like, I promise you like. And remember, if I say it stops here, it stops here.